Guys, welcome to another episode of Al Beyond Fitness. And today we are cooking. Guys, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite dishes. It's a very nutrient-dense dish, and it's basically quinoa and lentils. Now, the quinoa and lentils by themselves are very nutrient-dense, as many of you already know. And a lot of the criteria that I use to create the type of meals that I eat is that not only should it taste good, but it should also be nutrient-dense. That being said, today's recipe consists of a quarter cup of dried quinoa, a quarter cup of dried lentils, half cup of chopped portobello mushrooms, a quarter cup of chopped red bell peppers, a quarter cup of chopped white cabbage and red cabbage. In terms of the spices, we got cayenne pepper, turmeric, and pink Himalayan sea salt. And we're gonna put together a nice little salad to go along with that towards the end. As far as the oils, we use the oils at the end, but you could use your creative guidance as you see fit. The main thing is that you enjoy the meal that you're making and, put your heart into it. So without any further ado, guys, boom, let's get into it. All right, guys, so the first thing I like to do is I put about 10 fluid ounces of water. And now as it gets to the boil, I will stirring my spices. Cayenne pepper, turmeric, sea salt. All right, guys, once the water gets to a boil, this is where I put in the quinoa and the lentils. I'm gonna stir it up and cover it, and then I'm gonna turn the heat down to medium-low. And we're gonna keep it there until the quinoa becomes translucent. Quinoa cooks like rice in a very similar way, and the cook time is very similar to the lentils, so they work really well together. Once the quinoa becomes translucent, you know it's finished, and pretty much the lentils is right there. You could let it ride a little bit longer if you want the lentils a little bit softer, but it's really up to you. But once the quinoa becomes translucent, you're pretty much there. So you keep an eye on it. Probably takes about 10 minutes. All right, so it's about 8 minutes now, and I'm just checking it, stirring it, just making sure that everything is going good. Then I cover it back. Again, you're looking for that translucency. As you can see, it's not quite there yet. And guys, make sure you keep your eye on it because it cooks very quickly, so you don't want it to get away from you. So it depends on what you're cooking with, your heating source. If you don't have it right, the water may evaporate faster than you need to. So keep your eye on it. You don't want it too soupy, nor do you want it too dry. Right now we are at about the 12-minute mark. So this is almost there, as you can see. A certain translucency coming through. We're gonna give it about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna add some of the other ingredients. As far as the mushrooms, the cabbage, and the bell peppers are concerned, we don't want them to get mushy. We want them to maintain a certain integrity and vitality, so we put them in the end. This is the similar situation with the oil. All right, guys, at this point, I'm gonna turn down. You can see what it looks like. I'm gonna turn down the heat a little bit, and now I'm gonna add the mushrooms, cabbage, and the bell peppers. And I'm just gonna mix it up really good. At this point, the quinoa and the lentils are finished, but you just want the remaining heat for about 2 minutes to just kind of soften, but still keeping the cabbage, the peppers, and the mushrooms a little bit al dente. At this point, I'm gonna put in 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now that's up to you. You could adjust that as you see fit. I just find it adds to the flavor a little bit. Even coconut oil can work as well. This is a dish that's so versatile. Even fresh coconut milk gives it a whole nother dynamic range. Now I'm just gonna turn this off. And guys, this is what we got. I added some zima tomatoes, pea greens around the cucumbers, slice of avocados, and on top the flat leaf parsley, and boom. Just a squeeze of half a lemon juice. And also I cut up some pieces of ginger in there as well. So as you can see, this is very potent and nutrient dense. This whole thing took about 20 minutes. Guys, that's a wrap. I hope today's video was very informative and helpful, and at least inspire you to dabble in the kitchen a little bit. Changing the world one rep at a time. The recipe will also be in the description, so check out the description below. I'll add some other information as far as the calories and protein content. Please comment, try the dish, and let me know how it went. I'm very curious to know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!